Hey guys, what's up? I know, a week without Motherland. I'm really bummed. I was glad that I didn't have to wake up super early this morning, but that was about it. Because I wake up super early on Wednesday mornings just to record Motherland. That's the only show I do it with. And now that it's over, I'm like, yeah, I get like an extra hour of sleep, but I'm like, I don't know if it's really worth it. So I'm a little bit bummed about it. At least we get a season 3. So waiting on that. What's been going on with you guys? We might play a little bit of games today. We'll see. We'll see how long conversations typically go. Normally I lose track of time when I'm streaming, so that's how I don't ever usually play games when I'm streaming because we end up just talking about a lot of stuff. Hey Shania, what's up? I'm trying to figure out, I think I'm gonna do, and I just finished Outer Banks, so now I'm probably gonna end up doing Generation. But then I don't know what I'm gonna do after Generation. Oh no, I take that back. No, wait. So I think I can record Generation and then record Lucifer. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna try to get, how many episodes is Generation? Do you guys know? Just started back at school? Oh man. How's that going? I hated school.
How come you
I did it, but I hated it. Hold on. I hate that it automatically plays these. Stop playing them. Hold on. Number of episodes, 16. No, not... How many episodes of Generation are there? Yep, 16. Dadgum, how long are they? Okay, so I might have to do like half Generation and then Lucifer and then the other half of Generation. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I want to do Generation, but Lucifer is coming up next Friday. Can we expect Lucifer season 6 reactions? Crazy hyped almost a week. I know, actually. Well, does that answer your question? Yes. Just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do between now and Lucifer. When are you gonna react to Never Have I Ever? Probably after Generation. After Lucifer. I'll probably do it as long as, like, for some reason something else doesn't, like, come up before that. I'm basically going to make videos and building websites while solving math problems. Oh, that's fun. I always liked, when I was in high school, I loved this one teacher that I had. She was the best teacher ever that I had, and she taught this. I had to take one mandatory computer class, but I loved her class, and she taught a couple of other things, so I took all of her computer classes, which was like web design and like a whole bunch of other stuff. So I ended up in coding, and I took it just because she was an amazing teacher, so I took them, which I really liked. I like doing stuff tech-wise. Sometimes I can be a complete fucking idiot and be like, what port does this go into? But then I'm like, oh yeah. I mean, but that's just me. That's just my personality. But I love doing tech stuff. And so, where was I going with this? Oh, yeah, because... So I do like that kind of stuff, but math, I don't know. What's up, Jordan G? Hello to you as well. I'm also having something as we speak. I'm having something not upload. What's that word? Render / exporting. That's what I meant to say. Exporting. So I just pressed start on this before I started the stream. Exporting doesn't mess up the internet because it doesn't use internet, but uploading does. So I uploaded some stuff before I got on here, and while that was uploading, I was recording. I multitask so hardcore. I was having something upload while I was recording the last episode of Outer Banks, and then now I'm streaming and exporting something. always multitasking. What's the downside? What the downside is, I have no experience in either making videos or building websites. Well, I mean, but that's where you learn. I didn't know, it's not that I didn't know jack shit about making videos before I started doing this, because I had a little bit of experience, but not really, not with videos. I had experience with softwares and websites and like all that good stuff, but not with videos specifically until I started actually doing it. I love the Outer Banks. Yeah, the Outer Banks is good. The final episode was not as intense as I thought it would have been, and I think it's because maybe I saw some things coming, and so I was like, wasn't as intense, but still good. And it's funny because this shirt, like, Pope wears a shirt that says obey on it, and I'm like, oh my god. It's very similar to this one too. It's not the same one, but it's very similar. And this one was Anna's though, so it wasn't mine, but what do you guys want to talk about? Since Motherland Fort Salem was not on, I was like, just came up with a random title. We don't have to talk about that stuff, but favorite show is Cobra Kai, and what's your predictions for season 4? Thank you. I don't know if I necessarily have any predictions. I do think that they're gonna end up teaming up, Johnny and... Fuck, it's been so long since I've seen it. What the fuck is his name? I'm so bad with names too. They're gonna team up and create their own dojo. They're gonna defeat Cobra Kai. Like, it's a little bit predictable. So I don't necessarily have any predictions per se. It's just a really good show. It's kind of a hard show to predict because it's super predictable. I can't wait for you to react to Never Have I Ever. I will. I just have to figure out when. And I didn't know Generation had 16 episodes. Typically most shows have like 8 or 10, and this one has 16, so I'm just trying to figure out. I might have to do half, which I hate splitting shows up, but I might have to. Because Lucifer is definitely coming whenever it comes up, so I have 9 days pretty much. 9 to 10 days since it comes out on the 10th. No, I don't even have that much. Not when it comes to uploading days, because this tag is super sticky. Because episode 7 just went out today for Outer Banks, and then so there's 3 more. So there's 3 more days. So really only have 5 days to upload something. I could take a little bit of a hiatus, but I hate doing that. I don't know if I want to do that. That's a long hiatus too. Normally, I think my longest hiatus I ever took was like 2 or 3 days. With my web art and design class, I'm mainly going to be learning HTML and CSS. Yeah, I learned a bunch of HTML stuff. I wonder if it's like riding a bike though, because I have not done that since high school. And high school has been a few years. It's been about 8 years since I've been in high school. It's kind of crazy. 8 years. Crazy. I'm excited for Dexter season 9 coming in November. Oh, me too. Oh my God, I'm so excited. So excited. Lucifer is my second favorite show of all time. It really probably should be my favorite show of all time, but it's my second favorite show of all time. It's so freaking good. Can't wait. I hope they don't mess it up. Have you watched more Scam or Buffy on your own time? I have not, because I don't have any free time. I want to, though. I really do. Especially Scam. Not that I don't want to see Buffy, but I think I would like to see Buffy, but Buffy's huge. It's a huge show. So I would just need a lot of time for that one. Hi from Isle of... Is it Arran? Is that how you pronounce that? Scotland? Ooh, I want to go to Scotland so bad. A part of my heritage is actually from Scotland. Scotland, Ireland, and Norway. I reckon Cobra Kai will win the All Valley tournament, and Daniel, that's his name, Daniel. Daniel and Johnny will have to leave the Valley, being the biggest cliffhanger of this show. Plus, they've already announced season 5. Yeah, I think they're probably going to continue going with Cobra Kai. I don't think Cobra Kai could really ever be canceled. I think that if and when they decide to end, it would be on their terms, because it's that much of an excellent show. It's so huge. I can't believe it got canceled off of YouTube. I'm so glad that Netflix picked it up, though, because it's one of my biggest shows. Cobra Kai and Lucifer are one of my biggest shows. Another one is the Dickinson season finale was pretty big. Mandalorian is kind of like, I mean, it's big, but I don't know if I'm going to continue doing The Mandalorian. That might be over anyway. I don't even know. That's how much I'm not keeping up with it. And Ginny and Georgia has been really big too. And Julie and the Phantoms, but Julie and the Phantoms hasn't been renewed, so don't know if that's going to happen. It looks pretty easy. The HTML thing. Yeah, HTML, I want to say was pretty easy. I don't think it was that difficult. Wait, so what's your favorite? It's... my favorite show is actually Rizzoli and Isles, and a lot of people make fun of me for it, because it's... Rizzoli and Isles is like a lot of people, you either love it or hate it. So a lot of people don't understand how it's my favorite show out of like all the shows that I watch. But it's because I think I relate so much, and I've watched it like literally, I think I've watched that show over 15 times. Like from beginning to end, 15 times. And like it just always makes me feel good. I'm always entertained, and it's very relatable to me. Like, and yeah, so someone I work with, they were like, you watch so many shows and your favorite show is Rizzoli and Isles, and I'm like, yeah. It's like, shut up. But I love it though. Couple reaction channels seem to get a lot of views. Ever consider doing a couple reaction? What do you mean doing a couple reaction? Do you mean with my wife or with another reaction channel? I don't know if Anna would be if it were to be, if you're talking about for like me and my wife to try to do one, I don't know if Anna would ever go for it. She might. I think she would if it was like, if we hit like 10,000 subscribers or something, or like 50,000 subscribers, she would end up doing it then, but she's not huge on camera. She's very photogenic, very beautiful, but she doesn't like being in front of a video camera that much. But I would definitely love doing a collab. I think somebody did hit me up with doing a collab one time, but I'm like, I was so little, I think, at the time, and I'm like, I don't want to do collabs just yet. Because I didn't even know what I was doing, really, so. The fact that they're bringing Deborah Morgan back, oh, I know, yeah. They're bringing her back, but I'm thinking that they're bringing her back because he can, like, see, you know how, like, in the original, like, the Dexter shows, how he was seeing his dad, And I think that's what they're going to end up doing with her, because also the guy who killed Rita is going to be in it as well, and he's dead. So I think he's going to end up seeing them, like, you know, like that. What's up, Zoe? Hey, hello. Cobra Kai, you're an old soul if you like Rizzoli. I know. I'm definitely an old soul, for sure. What's your favorite version of Scam? Oh, I didn't know there's more than one version. I watched that one episode that one time. And I want to continue watching that version. Whichever version that was. The Swedish one? I don't know if there's like a different language one or what. The early crime shows are the best. Criminal Minds, NCIS, Bones, The Mentalist. Those were the days. Oh, I know. I love those shows. I watched Bones too, but I stopped watching Bones after like a certain season because I was just kind of like, it's boring now. Now that they, like, I pretty much stopped watching it after they got together. Because that was like the whole reason why I was watching it, was for the intense moments in between like Booth and Brennan. And then once they got together, I'm like, oh, now it's just boring. So, at least you have a favorite show. Do you not have a favorite show? I didn't know Jennifer Carpenter is back on good terms with Dexter, because didn't they break up bad in real life? I think they did have a pretty bad breakup, but I want to say that they were married and broken up within the original series whenever it ran, because they got divorced at like while the final season, or supposed final season, was airing, or like when they were because they were only married for like 2 years while they were like recording it or whatever. I want to say that's what happened. Like they were, I think, got married and divorced while that show was still airing. But I mean, they're both actors, and they're both really good actors, so I think they're doing it for the show, probably for the money, you know. Put your differences aside. That's the Norwegian one, the original. There are 7 other remakes. Holy shit. Okay, well, just kidding. Then the Norwegian one, I don't know. I'm Norwegian, and I don't know that was Norwegian. I don't know. Whichever one I was told to watch is the one that I watched. I watch way too much TV to really pinpoint what my favorite is. And for me as well, so there's like, it's hard to say which one's your favorite because you can put it in different categories. So if I were to be talking about my favorite, most like intense show, it would be Dexter. Yeah, because Rizzoli and Isles isn't really intense. And Rizzoli and Isles is like a sitcom almost. So, you know, there's that. And then, you know, there's like supernatural shows. Which supernatural show is my favorite? And shit, I don't even know what my favorite supernatural show would be. I really like Teen Wolf. That one was a good one. I'd have to think about it though, because I don't want to say one and then be like, oh hell no, my real one is actually this one. Which shows would you most like to be a part of as an actor in the series, and 2, as someone existing in the world of a given series? As someone existing in the world of a given series. I guess I'm not really getting the question. Which shows would you most like to be a part of? Number 2? I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it. If I'm understanding your question, I haven't really thought about it. I don't know. I don't feel like I would be a good actor. Because I get irritated very easily and I show my emotions. I can't hide it. But honestly, I think it's because I don't want to hide it. I want people to know when I'm irritated or pissed off, or like, that's usually the expressions that I show the most, is irritated and pissed off. Usually when I get happy and excited, I don't show it. Are you a fan of the Marvel franchise? If so, would you react to their shows? I'm a fan of the comic book franchise. Not so much, which I'm not really a fan of Marvel or DC. I'm not a huge fan of, like, superhero stuff. Superhero shows and movies. Clarify that. I have watched a couple of things because I'm a huge, like, comic book person, but I'm never satisfied. British version of Skin was pretty awesome. Skins. Is someone telling me to watch that too? I think so. Charmed was my guilty pleasure. The original or the remake? I'm assuming the original, because the remake is like, eh. Oh, Charmed was so good and yet so bad. Those special effects made Buffy seem like a cinematic experience. Yeah, I didn't really watch the original Charmed. So I can't really compare anything to that. I've seen, like, clips of the original one, but I've never actually watched it. You should watch The Sopranos, considered greatest show of all time by many. Oh, yeah, I think that's my parents' favorite show. I'm trying to think. The Sopranos, or there's something else that they really like too. Oh, Breaking Bad. And I haven't seen either one of them. They're always like, oh my God, you need to watch it. How come you haven't ever watched it? Those are like their two favorite shows. This is Sopranos and Breaking Bad. Which I think my mom flat out said the Breaking Bad was her favorite show, but she has also occasionally said The Sopranos was her favorite show. She also really likes The Ozarks, which I was surprised by. Which I haven't watched that one either, but Anna has. And so I've heard, like, occasionally some things, like, from when she would watch it getting ready for bed or something, but... They're asking which show would you act in, and the second question being, if they said world was real, which character would you want to be? Being if they said world would... Which show would I act in? Anything that would be really action-y. Nothing romantic, because I would be like, gross. I like to watch romantic stuff in like cheesy movies, but I would never want to be a part of one. So definitely would have to be action. I could probably do Motherland. Well, I don't want to sing though. I could do Motherland, but I wouldn't want to sing. I wouldn't want to use my, like, the voice thing, which you probably would have to. So, shit. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. And I don't know. Maybe like a murder mystery show or something. I feel like a murder mystery would be so much fun to be a part of. The second question being, if they said, if the world was real, which character would you be? I'm still not getting that question. I don't get the second part to the question still. I might be a dumbass because I don't know what you're trying to say. Yes, you were talking about the original. Figured. Hollywood Heights was my guilty pleasure. I don't know that one. What about Spider-Man? You have to be a fan of Spidey, right? The comic books. I love superhero. I have Spider-Man Vans, actually. I do. I'm a huge van girl. So I have Spider-Man Vans. They're old. I've had those Vans for forever. I've had those Vans since back in high school. I still have them though, because I love them, but I don't hardly ever wear them because I don't want them to get messed up. But I love the comic books. It's not really the show or the movies. I did like the best Spider-Man I think that there was what's his name? Not Tom Holland and not the original Spider-Man. Whoever the second one was. I can't remember his name at the top of my head. I forgot Hollywood Heights. I have not seen that. Breaking Bad is in my top 3. You should really check it out. I know. But now I like know the whole like the spoiler literally went around the whole fucking world. So I already know the spoiler, but doesn't mean I wouldn't want to watch it. I just haven't. It's a masterpiece. Ozarks is good too. I'm surprised that a lot of people said that they liked Ozarks, but yet Ozarks is getting canceled. I've never seen one episode of Breaking Bad. I have never heard from any person ever that Breaking Bad was a terrible show. Like, never. There's not one person I heard that from. You'd be great in Cobra Kai. I think Cobra Kai would be awesome to be a part of. To learn, like, the different karate moves, I think that would be super cool. That would be another one, too. If you enjoyed Bones, you might find Scorpion quite fun. A smart main character, somewhat unbelievable stories, focus on humor within a crime setting and love. What is that on? I've never heard of that before. The story is very well thought out and intricate and believable. I've seen Breaking Bad twice. I want to watch it. I do. I just haven't. I don't have time. Why don't you react to movies? I do. If I react to movies, they're only going to be on Patreon because they're they're such massive files, and they take a lot of work. So I don't edit them. I only have the unedited versions. And so I can only do the unedited versions on Patreon. And I've done Fear Street. I've done all of Fear Street. I've done Hocus Pocus was my first one, which it wasn't really reacting to. It was just me adding my commentary because it's one of my favorite shows, one of my favorite movies. And there's another movie I did too, I think, and I can't remember. What was the fucking movie? It was a Netflix original movie. I Care a Lot. Andrew Garfield. Yes, that was it. Thank you. That's the best Spider-Man I think that there really was. From the movies. It was a show on T-Nick in 2012. Oh, yeah, that's why I'm not getting it then, because I don't know what you're talking about. That's why. Clarification for the second part of my question. Let's say one of your favorite shows is real. Okay. Which show's world would you like to be a part of / be real? Example, I'd love to be a witch on Motherland. If the world was real, which one would I want to be a part of? I don't know. There's so many. So obviously it can't be a realistic show because then that would just be boring. It might be Teen Wolf because I would love, or really any supernatural show I would love to be a part of because I always had a fascination to want to be like a werewolf or something like that. I got all into that too. So honestly, any type of supernatural show to where I could probably be a werewolf, that would be awesome. Ozarks is making one last season. It's just the story needs to be finished, to be honest. Yeah, I know that they're having one last season, but then that's it. So Guardians of the Galaxy is unique. It is unique. I've seen the first Guardians of the Galaxy. I may have seen the second one too. I can't remember. I try to watch them. I just don't typically end up liking them. What's up, Jose? Scorpion is on Netflix here in Sweden, at least. It's an underrated show. At least the first seasons are really funny. How many seasons are there? I'll have to see if it's on ours or not. Better Call Saul is better than Breaking Bad, in my opinion. My parents love to watch that too. But I haven't seen that one either, because I haven't seen Breaking Bad. I don't have one favorite show. I have like many, like CIS, Doctor Who, Mrs. Brown's Boys, Silent Witness, Demon Headmaster, 90s Kids Show, Teen Wolf, SWAT, and I can't wait to see the new CSI Vegas. Sometimes I talk to, like, my mouth works so much faster than my brain. Have not seen majority of the shows that you just listed. I've seen a couple of CISs. Have not seen Doctor Who. Haven't seen any of those other shows. Teen Wolf, obviously, I've seen. I've actually rewatched a little bit of Teen Wolf a couple weeks ago. I got like all the way up until the fourth season. I don't know, I don't remember. Fourth season, I think. Top 3 queer characters. Oh my god, there's so many. Which is great, but like real queer characters probably, because there's many that I would like to be queer that probably aren't, which are the ones I have crushes on. Shit. I really don't know. Hold on, I'll come back to it. Hold on. Because I really want to answer it, but I don't know. So hold on. What's your favorite movie/movie franchise? I fucking love The Mummy. The Mummy franchise. The one with Brendan Fraser, not the stupid ass one that Tom Cruise tried to do. The Mummy franchise, and also Underworld. Those two are my favorite movie franchises. And I go back and forth sometimes on which one's my favorite movie franchise. I think ultimately Underworld will be my favorite, although Underworld has had, like, one in their movies is super shitty. Super, super shitty, and it really broke my heart because it was so bad. But I don't know. It goes back and forth sometimes between The Mummy and Underworld, but those two are my favorite. Scorpion has 4 seasons, 2014 to 2018. Gotcha. Lexa, top 3, let's go. Probably. Honestly, I named my 2 dogs after queer characters, which one is Nissa and the other one's Lex, named after Lexa. So probably. There you go. There's 2 out of your 3 right there. Have you seen Hannah, TV series or movie? No, I have not. For potential queer characters, I'd love Tally and Alder or Tally and Nikta as a combo. Gregorio can be their loyal houseboy. He could. I want Talder so bad, but I would not be against a Tally and Nikta. Oh, you just became my favorite reactor ever. The Mummy is the most amazing movie ever. I study Is it Egyptol? Is that how you say it? Is it I think it's Egypt, because it's an Egyptologist. I know that one. Egyptologist is what they're called. But is it an Egyptology? I can't remember. You study that because of it? Fucking those movies. I'm telling you, I grew up on those movies. I don't even remember like the first time I saw The Mummy though. Fell in love with it. I want to say I have the movies. I did at one point have the movies, but we moved so much that I don't know if we still have them. I think we do, but now everything's just on like streaming services, so I just end up watching stuff through there. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to bump my mic. What's up, Bob? Was it Rise of the Lycans? No, that wasn't the shitty one. Not in my opinion, anyway. It was one of the most recent ones. It was either the last one or the second to last one. I can't remember. It was so bad. It was so freaking bad. It was the one where the daughter, where she like grew up or whatever, and then Kate Beckinsale had to like go get her daughter, like go save her daughter, and like that, whatever that one was. No, it wasn't that one. It was the one after that one. I don't know. The last two Underworld were not that great. But the very last one, I think, was pretty bad. I think that's the one I'm thinking of. But the two last ones were not that great. The first three Underworlds were phenomenal. Phenomenal. Since Halloween is right around the corner, anything special lined up for it? Live stream or something? Maybe. I haven't honestly thought about it. I love Halloween, though. Fucking love Halloween. You get to pretend to be someone else. How fun is that? I don't know. Anna and I talked about doing something for Halloween, but I don't know. Like dressing up wise, but I don't know what we're doing. My favorite franchises are Star Wars, and you can't beat Rocky. I don't know. It's just what I grew up on. Star Wars is great and all, don't get me wrong. It's really great. I mean, so is Rocky. Rocky's not really my thing, but Star Wars is excellent. But The Mummy and Underworld are definitely up there for me. Egyptologists specialize in Egyptology. There we go. Okay, thank you. Love Rachel Wise as a dedicated librarian. Her plus Lynn Renee would give me life. Like them as a couple, or like just both of them in general? I know, I love Rachel Wise as well. I was kind of bummed that she wasn't able to be in that last Mummy movie, although that actress did a phenomenal job playing her replacement. Because at first I was like, ah, shit, this is going to be not good. But it ended up being really good. I liked it. And I liked how they didn't necessarily, like, they replaced her, but then they were like, in the very beginning, she's like, I'm a completely different person. I can't do a British accent. But anyway, Awakening. Yeah, I think that's the one. Blood Wars, I don't know. Both of those are not too good. I think both of those were like, Underworld Awakening is the one, I think. Well, Underworld Awakening is the one where she goes after her daughter, but that final one is the one where, shit, what was it? She ends up, they have like an enemy or something. And it's like another vampire or something. That's like their enemy. But anyway. They're both not that great. Scorpion King is greater than the Mummy? What? I don't know. I loved Scorpion King too. Scorpion King was great. That's a good one. I wish that they would have made Scorpion King into a franchise. I really do. That was like, I think that was the first The Rock performance, like as an actor. I want to say that was his first one, if I'm not mistaken. And it was so good. I love how they tied it into the Mummy movie though. No way. Mummy is 10 times better than the Scorpion King. They're both excellent. I would have to disagree with you. I don't think it's better than the Mummy, but Scorpion King is definitely excellent. Ready Player One and Detroit Become Human are what made me want to be a film director. Really? Have not seen either one of them. We need you a Motherland soldier costume for Halloween, taking epic combat photos. I don't know what I want to be. There was one year where I was Tomb Raider. I actually liked being Tomb Raider because that was a good one. It wasn't a hard outfit to do because I have most of this stuff. Like I had khaki pants. I borrowed a thigh gun holster. I had a wife beater because I always have wife beaters. So I threw on a wife beater, put my hair in like a side braid. I think I like threw some like black like face paint or whatever, like body paint. Like I put some black body paint on. Had a thigh holster. Had black boots. Yeah. I've done a couple other things as well. Like I've done Jessie from Toy Story. What else have I done? Like recently. I've done Little Red Riding Hood. But that was like back in high school. His name was Marius, and he became a lichen hybrid from taking Michael's blood. That's right. I have not seen... It's been a hot minute since I've watched Underworld or The Mummy. To be honest, though, anytime I think about, like, the one that I get the most in the mood for to watch is The Mummy, though. And that's how come I think I keep going back and forth between which one is, like, ultimately my favorite. I tried being Red Riding Hood one year. Did you? The outfit that I had was a little skanky, and it was like I was in high school. So, yeah. I'm surprised I didn't get in trouble for it. Although I want to say I wore some like, not tights, but I wore some like long socks or something. And then me and my best friends from high school ended up being the Powerpuff Girls. I was Blossom. And then my friend Heather, because she had short, like, her hair wasn't black. It was super dark brown, but it almost looked black because of the hair. So she had super, like, it was short. And then our other friend was blonde, so it just kind of matched up. Did you watch The Old Guard? Charlize Theron smacking men around gives me life. No, I didn't. I haven't seen that one. I've seen the other one where she smacks people around. What's that one? What's that one? And she's like a lesbian or something in that one. I haven't seen The Old Guard, though. What's that one where she beats people up or whatever? What's that one? I can't remember. I literally had on a, why can't I talk today? I literally had on a red cloak. I mean, mine was like an actual outfit that I got from a store or something, but it was kind of skanky. I don't know why they always do that to women. They always make them have like skanky outfits. And if you try to find a Tomb Raider outfit, they have you like, it's like short. Like, why does everything have to be skanky? No, I ended up, usually, if I can, I try to make my own outfits. Atomic Blonde, thank you. That's the one I saw. Could be Bella. Bella from what? The only Bella that I'm thinking of is from Twilight. And if you're talking about that one, I don't know. Maybe. Because I'm so awkward. I could do that. I could play awkward. My dogs are wrestling over here, so if you hear random scratches or like thuds, it's because they're wrestling right outside this wall. I'm thinking, who's my other favorite queer character? I don't know. I want to say someone from the L Word. Like I was watching the L Word the other day, right? And I'm like, man, I relate so hardcore to Bet. And I'm like, the only thing that I can't really relate to Bet on is the cheating part. But other than that, I'm like, man, I am Bet. Because I have like a controlling issue and I like to be like, I'm just like that type of person. And I was watching her the other day and I was like, Lord, because she does stuff and I'm like, oh, that's exactly what I do. But so I like Bet, but I pretty much like all the lesbian characters on there except for Jenny. Pisses me off. I was a fallen angel for Halloween last year. Oh, that's cool. After finishing Motherland, I'm now so burned out. Are you talking burned out or bummed out? Need some distraction. Hope some good shows drop soon. Lucifer is coming out soon, next Friday. I took off from work for that. I was like, it's a big day for my business. And then what else is coming on? I mean, Dexter. You comes out soon, by the end of the year. Killing Eve comes out at the beginning of next year, I want to say. But that's not really soon. I can't wait for Warrior Nun 2. I love Warrior Nun. I didn't think I was gonna like it as much as I did, and I really do like it. Like, that's one of the ones I'm really looking forward to. I'm trying to think. I'm thinking about what show that you could watch now. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is good. If you want a good laugh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Young Royals hopefully gets a second season. Did they not already confirm a second season for Young Royals? I want to say that they did. I'm pretty sure they did they not? I'm starting school 20.9, so Lucifer carry me. Oh, September 20th. I've never seen a date like that. Yeah, Warrior Nun was great. It was so good. I don't know why. Well, I mean, I know why, but let me see. It says it's renewed, but although it just might be greenlit. No, it does not look like it actually got renewed, but it's green. It says it's green. It's got the green light to be renewed. So hopefully they do that soon. B. Shane could carry scissors and a blow dryer. Yeah, it wouldn't be hard. Just wear like a leather jacket and some like, what else does she wear? You could probably wear like a leather jacket and some leather pants or something, and some Toms. Some black Toms, leather pants, leather jacket. Wear no bra, by the way, because she never does. Okay, got this. I got Shane right now, because it's a white shirt with no bra, with a black leather jacket, with leather pants, Toms, and have this short like hair like you haven't washed it in 5 days, and maybe some scissors and your scissors and blow dryer. Add that in there. That's what Shane looks like. It's funny because Shane wasn't ever really my type. I like older Shane now. In the Lucifer and this L Word reboot, I like her more now. Because she's like a little bit more distinguished Shane. But I mean, she's still not really my type, but I would much rather go for older Shane than younger Shane. Beatrice and Ava? Oh yeah, definitely. Trying to think what else to watch. Bob's Burgers comes back out soon, sometime this month. Depends on what you want to watch, like funny or intense, supernatural, sitcom. Oh, got it. Didn't see the L Word. The L Word is good. Very super lesbian, though. Very super lesbian. Very super sexual. Super sexual. Like, Anna doesn't like Anna doesn't like it. I always tell her all the time, I was like, oh, I wish you liked it so much, like, so bad. I wish she would like it, but she doesn't, and that's okay. It's not her thing. But I told her, and I was like, watching that show helped me realize that it was okay to be gay. It was okay to be who I am. And like, I told her, I was like, it's not just about the lesbianness and the sex scenes and like all that. It's not just about that. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of it, but it's not just about that. It's about like other things too. And I wish she could see that there's more to the show than just lesbian sex. But it's hard when I try to get her to watch it, and the whole first episode is like fucking like 5 lesbian sex scenes in it. So she's like, no, I'm good. So I recommend it. It's very, very good. It just has a lot of lesbian sex in it. If that's your thing, then go for it. She wears a tie to the side. Oh, she does, doesn't she? Not all the time, but sometimes, yeah. I like fantasy, sci-fi, drama, thrillers. Oh, for a minute I thought that was like all of the above, like all of them in one show. I mean, that's a lot. So I'm it's not a show, but Fear Street is all of the above with a little bit of gayness thrown in there. I love Supernatural. I love Supernatural shows, but did not really care for Supernatural, like the show Supernatural. I watched the first like 7 seasons and then I'm like, I'm done. And then they had like, what, 15, 16 like seasons in total. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm not ever going to get caught back up. Seems like a replacement for adult movies. I mean, it's a Showtime original and could definitely be a porno replacement. It's borderline porno. Except for I don't think that there's I don't think that they actually have sex with each other, but like, I mean, I don't know, I could be wrong. But there's a lot of that in there. There's a lot. I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. There's a lot of that in there. It's a good show though, but you know, there's not as much lesbian sex in the reboot as much as the original had. Like, yeah, there's a couple of parts in the reboot, but there's not like a lot like how the original was. Do you ship Joe and Georgia? Have you seen my reactions for that show? Yes, I do ship Joe and Georgia. I shipped them like as soon as they first met. And Mystery too. I'm trying to think other things that would be Mystery. Dude, Fear Street. Surely you've seen Fear Street, right? You would have had to if you like all those things. If not, go and watch that because it will satisfy all of those needs. Go as Sterling and April from Teenage Bounty Hunters. Yeah, but Anna doesn't watch that. No. Anna wouldn't want to do that. Same, I ended at like the 10th season. I mean, it's all the same. In my opinion, I just got bored with it because it's just like the same fucking thing over and over and over again. Might watch when I'm in the mood. What, Fear Street? Dude, I'm telling you. All of those. Be prepared to end up watching them all, though, at the same time. Because definitely binge-worthy. Normally, I can't say that I'm that, like, into a show or movie to the point where I have to binge watch it like that. But Fear Street, definitely. I binge watch all 3 movies back to back to back. Yeah, I love supernatural genre. The show's supernatural. I only watched the first 10 episodes. You're not really missing much. I mean, it's good. Like, it's not that, like, the acting is good. The effects, like, the special effects are good. The storyline just dropped because it's just all over the place, and it's hard to really figure out what is going on. And then, like, I just think that they didn't know what was going on, so it's just all over the place. I don't watch films anymore. Definitely recommend watching Fear Street, though. Too much time is spent looking for good ones versus time actually watching. Fear Street. I'm telling you, you don't have to go find one. I'm telling you to go watch it. I watch all 15 seasons. It gets better. And yeah, I mean, that's just my opinion. I stopped watching it, and then I always thought, like, man, what if I could go back and just pick it back up and start watching it? But then I'm like, well, shit, the storyline got so messed up. I don't know. I would forget and then, like, not understand things. And so, yeah, I probably won't continue watching it, but that's just me. Godless is another great one. I've heard of it, have not watched it. What's your favorite horror movie killer? Out of Fear Street or in general? Fear Street, it was the axe murderer. But in general, favorite movie killer. Maybe Chucky. It's so entertaining, though. Chucky is just so entertaining. It's so cheesy, so weird, so, I don't know, everything. Maybe Chucky? That's the only one I ever really come back to. I don't know. That's another one I might have to think about, too. Unbelievable and Godless are on Netflix. How many seasons? I need more time to watch shows on this side versus, like, reacting to stuff, but I just don't have time. I try. That's why I'm like, typically I watch like 20-minute episodes and stuff of like, so Brooklyn Nine-Nine is like a 20-minute episode type of show. I do watch a couple of others, like I watch The L Word, that's one, and then I watch Good Trouble. I don't know why I'm watching Good Trouble, because sometimes it's like, why am I even watching this? But it's good. But, you know, not the best, but I watch it. Yeah, I watch when I get recommendations. Yeah, well, definitely Fear Street, for sure. In general, yeah, probably Chucky. I'd have to think about it, though. You could pull off Queen Maeve? I don't even know what that is. What is that? I don't even know what that is. Hold on. I might know what that is. Hold on. Oh, are you talking about From the Boys? Is that what you're talking about? I googled it and it popped up Queen Maeve from the Boys. If that's true, maybe. It's the hair. Are you gonna watch the new Chucky TV series? Probably. I just have to figure out if I'm gonna react to it or if I'm gonna, like, watch it on the side. As a kid, I watched Chucky. I wish Chucky was my little brother. Why would you wish that? Chucky made you not want to be afraid of dolls, though. Like, it's, yeah, he's a killer doll, but it's like, it was so cheesy and so funny that, like, you might as well just laugh about it. After the apocalypse, Supernatural fell off. I don't even remember where I stopped watching it. Like I said, I think it was like the 7th season or something. By the way, now when I'm thinking about it, I love morally gray characters. Some recommendations. Lucifer. The Boys is a good show too, now that we're talking about Queen Maeve. That's a good one with morally gray characters. Motherland Fort Salem has a couple of morally gray characters. There's a couple of shows that have morally gray characters. It just kind of depends on like what you want in a morally gray character. Lucifer is like mainly morally gray character. Horror movies suck now ever since the pandemic. I haven't watched any new horror movies because I like horror movies if they have a storyline. I don't just like the jump scares. You know what I do like is Bly Manor. Bly Manor, The Haunting of Bly Manor, and the Haunting of... Shit, what was the other one? Bly Manor and the other one. Shit, what's the other one? I did both of them. I reacted to both of them. But I can't remember what the other one's name is. That's a good one. Although, like, The Haunting of... Fuck. Which one was the first one? Because that one was my favorite one. Bly Manor's not the first one. Shit. Hold on. Hill House. Hill House is the best one. Hill House is more of a horror type. Oh, by the time you guys typed it in, I've read it. So, Hill House is more horror-ish. Bly Manor is more like a little bit of mystery in Bly Manor. Like, they both have mystery, but Hill House is a little bit more horror. But Bly Manor is just more leaning romantic mystery type stuff. Have you seen the mini series Fallen? No, I have not. Like you said, he was so silly and funny. Plus, I was 6 years old. True. I loved Jennifer Gilly. I love her in that. Love her. I love her voice, and a lot of people think it's annoying, but I love it. I usually love characters that have annoying voices like that. Like, I love the nanny, like Fran Drescher. Love her. And I love her voice, and my dad can't stand her voice. Yeah, I would love if we got, like, a prequel about Spree and Scylla. I would love a General Alder prequel. I love that Lynn Renee got more jobs, right? So Gossip Girl, great. But Gossip Girl sucks. She needs to have her own show and have it be a prequel for, like, be about General Alder. I think that show would kill if they do it right. Damon from The Vampire Diaries is morally gray. Oh yeah, definitely. One of the most morally gray characters, I think, is Damon. Because he definitely has some moments where you're like, oh my god, you are fucked up. And then, like, the next moment he does something sweet and you're like, aw. Sorry for my English, I'm not a native speaker and it's like 2:18 a.m. Oh man. It's okay. Well, you're doing really good. Doing pretty good. Bly is more of a gothic horror from what I understand. That isn't much, to be honest. I don't even consider that a horror, though. I just think it's like a romantic mystery. I don't consider Bly Manor a horror show at all. At all. Even before, because I watched Bly Manor before I watched Hill House, I think, right? Yeah, I did because people were like, "Oh, you can watch it." They're just like two different things. So, I watched Bly Manor before I watched Hill House, and even then, I was like, Bly Manor is not a horror show. But even after I watched Hill House, I was like, oh yeah, Hill House is like way more horror than Bly Manor. Like, I would consider Hill House being a horror show, but Bly Manor, no. Spike from Buffy, morally gray. I haven't seen Buffy, so I can't speak to that. Sure. Those aren't movies. Which ones? No, I know they're not movies. We were talking about horror movies, but then also I was talking about The Haunting of Bly Manor and The Haunting of Hill House. You've already seen those? They're good. Also, originals and legacies. I wasn't a huge fan of the originals. The originals was okay, but I think that I think Legacies is better than the originals. I think Vampire Diaries is the best one, hands down. But I think it's Vampire Diaries, Legacies, originals, in my opinion. Which It movie do you like better, reboot or original? Can I tell you something? Never watched the original. Watched the reboot and it was phenomenal. But I have not seen the original It. I haven't seen the second It either, and I really want to watch it. But I haven't seen the second one. I always forget, because, like, I don't hear... Like, after they've been out for a while, you forget, you don't hear about them anymore. And I don't have cable, which people always laugh at me for not having cable when I have Evil QK, who's, like, about TV. But everything I do is on streaming services now, and even stuff that's on cable is somewhere on a streaming service. So, but when you don't have cable, like, you don't really watch commercials, and I have commercial-free streaming services, and so you don't remember those movies. But I have seen some episodes of Buffy when I was like 6 with my mom. Great times. I've seen a couple of Buffy stuff like every once in a while because my aunts and I are closer in age than most like typical aunts and nieces and whatnot. So they were watching it. They were like teenagers at the time, and so I remember watching it or being in the room when they were watching it. And then my mom didn't ever really watch it. It wasn't her thing. But my mom and I we don't have the same taste in shows, really. We have a couple of shows that we really like, and like one of them was Game of Thrones. But Legacy sucks, to be honest. Sometimes, yeah. I loved originals. A lot of people disagree with me on what I think about the originals. I think the originals was good. I just think that Legacies is better, and then Vampire Diaries is better than the both of them. Veronica Mars is great. Moral gray character there. I have not seen Veronica Mars either. The original It movie, to me, seems more like a comedy than a horror movie. I don't know. I haven't seen it. The Nevers on HBO is like Bridgerton meets X-Men. I wonder how that would go. Bridgerton was pretty good too. I actually liked X-Men, the X-Men movies. But I haven't heard of the Nevers. The Boys is really good. The Boys is really good. I don't even know when the next season of The Boys is coming out. Also, if we were talking about favorite shows, they usually change all the time for me, but Person of Interest, Sense8, Westworld, Battlestar Galactica, and Mr. Robot are usually always in my top 10. I've seen majority of Person of Interest. Like, I know the important things that happen, but I haven't specifically seen every single episode from start to finish. Sense8, watched all of them except for the finale, because I think a part of me is like, I don't want to watch it because then it's over. But then I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it because I don't want it to be over. So for me, it technically is still going on because I haven't ever seen the finale. Westworld, I tried to get into, and I feel like if I give it another chance, I would probably end up liking it. I don't think I gave it enough of a chance, but I just stopped watching it. I watched like the first like 4 episodes or something like that, and then that was it. Have not seen Battlestar Galactica or Mr. Robot. The only shows me and my mom have in common are Lucifer and The Masked Singer. Trying to think of what else me and my parents like to watch. I know Game of Thrones, that was a big one. Because I remember I told my mom, because I watched Game of Thrones first, and I told my mom, I'm like, you need to watch Game of Thrones. You have to. It's so good. It's your type of show. My mom's like, no, because if you like it, then I'm not going to like it. And I was like, I know, but you'll like it. And like the whole first episode, we were like watching it together. And the last 5 minutes had raping, pillaging, like murder, and like Bran gets pushed off the wall, and like so all this shit happened, incest. And then my mom was like, oh damn, this is a good show. She's like, I was holding on, and then the last 5 minutes got me, because the whole like first episode was kind of slow, because it's kind of trying to introduce you to some of the major characters, so it's a little bit slow. And then the last 5 minutes it had all that stuff in there, and then my mom was like, oh yeah, this is good. So she ended up watching it all the way, like, and it became a thing. So we're probably gonna end up watching that prequel that's gonna come out. Is it a prequel or after the fact? I think it's a prequel. So we're gonna watch that together. So I probably won't react to that one because that's like a family show that we like to watch together. But I don't remember if another show that we liked. Dexter was another one. We did watch Dexter. Korean horror is the best. I haven't ever seen any of like that type of stuff before. Did you see TV show? Pun intended. No, I haven't. Surfy talked about them already. Got here late. Oh no, you're fine. I haven't actually talked about those shows yet in this episode. Or not episode, in this video, because I've talked about Sense8 in a couple other episodes. Why do I keep calling them episodes? In other streams, but not in this one yet. And Japanese horror is great. I haven't ever really watched Korean or Japanese horror stuff. Battlestar Galactica is a great show. I haven't watched it. Magician was a great show. I watched Magician not all the way through. I watched the first 2 or 3 seasons and then kind of got out of it. Have you seen Chernobyl? No, I haven't. Have you seen All American? No. No, but Anna's watching it right now. It's actually, Anna really likes to watch it. Chernobyl is honestly best show on TV since Game of Thrones. I just wish Game of Thrones had a better finale than it did, because it just really sucked. Have you seen Stitchers? No, I haven't. I want to say I heard of it, but I don't remember what it's about. Chernobyl? Why did you say it again, just in all caps? I'm probably gonna jump off of here soon, by the way. I got to get ready for bed. Still contemplating. I need to just, so I'm done reacting to Outer Banks. Now I just have to edit them. What's going up right now, or exporting, is the unedited version of 10. But I still need to edit 9 and Wait, did I edit 9 already? I already edited 9. Yeah, I did that this morning. So I'll just edit 10. Jeez, I thought I had more editing to do, actually. That's it, though. That's all I have to do is just edit 10. Have you heard of Cloak and Dagger? I have, but I have not seen it. Ever see 6 Feet Under? Dexter Star is in it. I heard about that show, and I heard it was really good, but I haven't ever seen it. Can't wait for the Last of Us series. Oh, I know. You know what also I can't wait for is Netflix is doing a live action of Assassin's Creed. I think it's going to be a show. It's either going to be a show or a movie. I hope they don't do a movie. I hope they end up doing a show out of it. Hold on. Oh, it might be a movie. No, might be a show. I don't know. Oh, it is a series. It is a series. I found the article. Oh, I can't wait for that. Best video game ever. Game of Thrones started to suck when they brought in the religious fanatics. Yeah, a little bit. Did go downhill a little bit in that area, didn't it? A little bit. All I remember is when she was walking down the street and then the lady's like, shame, shame, shame. And then I just was like, you can't help but fucking laugh. Oh, it's the best. And then like Family Guy redid it and he's like, shame, shame. Oh, it's so good. Honestly, most American series are awful. I don't know. Sometimes, yeah. Are you still doing Generation next? Probably. It's probably gonna have to be cut off halfway through so I can do Lucifer, though. I hate to do that, but I might have to, because it's either that or take like a 5-day hiatus. And I don't want to do that. Why do you watch so much crap TV? I don't know. I don't think a lot of the stuff that I do watch is crap. There is some crappy things that I watch, but I either stop watching them because they are crappy, or I continue watching them because they are crappy. But alrighty, guys, I'm probably going to sign off here, and I will end up seeing you guys next Wednesday. By that time, Outer Banks will be done, and then Generation would probably... I think Generation starts by that time as well, I believe. So, did you ever talk about favorite games I missed start of stream? No, I didn't end up talking about my favorite video games, but Assassin's Creed is one of them. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys ever want to talk to me when I'm not live, Twitter is the best place. But, bye guys. I will see you next week. Good night.